Hey everyone, I'm back with another vlog. I once again have food. I went to Food Sackley's. I ate half of it in the car though. So I have half of a box, or half of a bigger box. Bigger box, not just a box everyone. A bigger box. Okay, I'll probably just be eating the fries because I'm not like that hungry because I already ate half of it. But you know, these fries are so good. If these fries had, because they're different, they're like different than Zaxby's crinkle cut. But if they had the Zaxby seasoning, dude, these fries would be the best out there in the world. Like, oh. Yeah. Yeah. Also, okay. Can we address the fact that there are literally like 3 or 4 fried chicken places in Alabama? Like, we have Chick-fil-A, which is pretty much everywhere. Zaxby's, which is largely in the Southwest. Sorry, largely in the Southeast. We have Guthrie's, which is the predecessor of Zaxby's, which is like only in Alabama. And we have Food Sackley's, which is also like only in Alabama. And I'm confused on where all these places came from. Like I guess Zaxby's came from Guthrie's, but like, why are there so many? It's like, the majority of the food that you can get here is fried chicken. It's like, there's nothing wrong with fried chicken. But it makes you wonder, like, why is it called Kentucky Fried Chicken if there's literally so much Alabama fried chicken? Like, hello? I guess it just, like, flies under the radar. Also, I just got sauce in my hands. With the bigger box, you get 3 sauces. So last time I tried the foo sauce, which I liked. So this time, I got the foo sauce again. But I also got their barbecue sauce and their ranch. Their ranch is, like, bland, but it's ranch. So, like, I guess that's, like, its purpose. The barbecue sauce, it's a different base than I was expecting. I think it's a mustard base, as opposed to, I don't know, some barbecue sauces have a different base that I was not aware of. But it's very smoky. It's not bad, it's just not my favorite. Like, Zaxby's barbecue sauce has some sort of sweet base. I don't know what it is, but it makes it sweeter and less tangy. Which, like, they both have their purposes, but I prefer sweet barbecue sauce. To be fair, this barbecue sauce is called smoky barbecue. So they kind of got there. Like, they definitely did that. Alright. Yeah, this ranch is literally just ranch. It's very ranch. I also just almost dropped a drop on my bed. I don't know why I feel like I'm always eating in these. I swear I'm not eating all the time. I think it's just something to do with, along with talking. Because, like, I can talk to myself, but it's also nice to have something to do with your hands, I guess. Especially literally being me alone in this room. Yeah, because, like, I filmed one vlog talking about the sound of music, and I was doing laundry during it. Let me know if you want to see that one. It's interesting. I was hesitant about posting it because, well, if I talk about it, then it'll infect this vlog too. But you know, like, in the Sound of Music, the, like, big ops, Germany, 1940s. Yeah, I talked about that a lot. So I was a bit hesitant about that. But whatever. It don't matter. I think the foo sauce is still my favorite of these 3. Yeah, probably. Anyway, what was I saying? Food Sackley's is also, like, really cheap. At least compared to, like, Zaxby's. I haven't been to Guthrie's. Maybe I should go to Guthrie's. I've heard it's very inconsistent. based on like in different locations. But I think the Auburn one is good. I don't know. I'll have to check that. I'll try it at some point. I actually think Guthrie's is the closest fried chicken place to me. And so I don't know why I don't go there more often. Most of the time I pass it to go to Tropical Smoothie. Well, which is kind of funny. I just pass by it a lot. It's kind of in a central location, honestly. Okay, the barbecue sauce is growing on me, I think. I did not expect this to turn into a food review. It's really just a sauce review. We can make it a food review, though. I think Zaxby's chicken tenders are better than Foosackly's chicken tenders. But Foosackly's sauces are better than Zaxby's sauces. But Zaxby's fries are better. So, also, Zaxby's has wings. Foosackly's, I'm pretty sure, does not. So there's that, too. Again, I haven't been at Guthrie's. Hot take, I don't like Chick-fil-A that much. They have like 2 menu items made in like 7 different ways, and that's what they serve. It's like crazy. And like, it's not even that good. Most of the time when I eat it, I feel like I'm just eating like oil with a side of chicken. Like, you know? And I guess it's most fried foods, but like, I feel like it's particularly prevalent at Chick-fil-A. And I don't like Chick-fil-A fries. They're way oversalted. Like, that feels like I'm eating salt with a side of potato, you know? I also only get water pretty much everywhere. If I'm feeling crazy, I'll get a lemonade. But most of the time, I just get water. And because of that, I haven't tried any of Chick-fil-A's, like, milkshakes or teas, or I've had their lemonade. It's fine. It's very pulpy. This is water. I told you, I'm incredibly basic. I think they have the good ice here. They have the Zaxby's ice. Oh, no. They don't. It's just crushed. It's really small ice, but it's not the, like, satisfying little, like, cube ones. Like, small pellets. Yeah. Anyway. I have nothing going on for the rest of this week. Like, I had 1 class yesterday. I had 1 class today. That class, I had an exam in. I have 3 classes tomorrow, but, excuse me. One of them is review. One of them, I'm literally just like returning my folder and doing my evaluation. And then one of them I am actually like kind of practicing stuff in, which is shocking. But outside of that, I have nothing. And then Thursday, y'all know how I feel about that. Anyway, Thursday, Friday, I don't have classes because they're study days. Which, like, is anybody gonna study during those? Maybe. Am I? Absolutely not. But like, I think the point was, or no, that's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, I don't understand why they didn't give us an Easter break, because we didn't get an Easter break. It was just like, we just had like the weekend like normal. If they took these 2 study days and made them Easter break, and then we had this week as a full week of classes, that would have been so much better. And then we get an Easter break, and then our semester is like broken up again. Because this semester, we had 8 weeks of classes, spring break, and then 8 weeks of classes. That's crazy. Like, at least in the fall, we have fall and Thanksgiving break. And that's exactly like, we would have had the random 2 study days at the end of the semester if we didn't have fall break. So I'm just like, why can't we do that in the spring semester, but with Easter break? Like, is that so hard to comprehend? But no. Guess we can't celebrate any religious holidays. Which, whatever. Or even like spring recess. I know Furman, technically a religious school, they have spring break and spring recess. Like, we could do that. Because, like, yeah, I know, not everybody celebrates Easter who goes to Auburn. But to be fair, I'm pretty sure everyone would appreciate another break. But, and also, well, it is a public university, so they can't do that. But still, like, these things, there's ways to do this. Make up some BS break. Like, hello? It's not that difficult. I just don't understand that. Like, I honestly had most of my classes off on Good Friday anyways. Which I was, like, kind of shocked by. But I'm like, we could have just, like, not had classes on Thursday and Friday. But no. Or even Monday, Tuesday, the following afterwards. But whatever. I get these study days instead, where I'm literally just going to sit in here and, like, brain rot. Because, okay, my first exam is on Monday of exam week. And it's physics, which I, like, our professor told us it wasn't, they don't make it hard. So I'm not too concerned about that one. It's also at 4 p.m. on Monday. So I'm going to spend all of Monday studying for that. And then I don't have to prepare outside of that for that exam. Now, my next exam is on Wednesday at 4 p.m. Chem. That one I'm going to prepare for on Tuesday and Wednesday because I don't have anything on Tuesday. And then I can prepare beforehand on Wednesday. And if I do well enough on that, I can replace my lowest exam that I took in my class with my final exam grade. And I'm hoping and praying that I land an A in that class. Because right now, I know Chem. I took AP Chem. I should know this. I would have gotten a 5 on the AP exam if I were to have taken it. But I know Chem. And it's bothering me that I have a B right now. Because we have 3 exams, which are each weighted 20% of our grade. And there are 21 questions each, 21 multiple choice questions. So it's either you get 5 points for their question or no points. And then one question is like bonus technically. But I got a 90 on the first one and then 2 85s, right? Excuse me. I know on this final exam, I could do better than an 85. And I'm hoping that I get a 90 or above, because in which case I would get the finals 20%. So I would have the 90 from the first one, and then I would get 2 additional 90s from the final and the exam replacement, and then I would have an 85. I'm hoping that all my other like grades, the other like 20%, which includes like homework, and something else. Anyway, I'm hoping that brings my grade up to an A. I'm really hoping that on the final exam I get like at least a 92. So then I'm very comfortably sitting in that A range. Because, you know, gotta keep that 4.0. And it's freshman year. Okay, let me have this. Imagine being an engineering student and being able to say I have a 4.0. Like, I know it may not last for that long, but I want it to last this year. It's healthy to have goals, okay? What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. Also, if I can get an A in Calc 2 and Engineering Physics, I should be able to get an A in Chem 2. Like, hello? In Chem 1, I had like a 96 or something. Like, I should be able to get an A in Chem 2, okay? And then, yeah. I think that's it. Oh, and then I have my calc exam on Thursday, which I'll take Thursday before to prepare for that one, because that one's also at 4 p.m, which is fine. And then after that, oh, the crazy voice track. After that, I'm gonna go to sleep. Friday, I'm gonna pack stuff up. Or, actually, maybe I should start packing stuff up this weekend. But maybe on Thursday, too, after my exam. That's what I was gonna say. Thursday, after my exam, I'll start packing stuff up. I'm leaving to go back home on Friday. My sister's graduation is on Saturday. And I believe I'm leaving to get to where she's graduating from. She's graduating from USC in Columbia, South Carolina. So I believe I'm leaving with my brother after I get back on Friday, but I could also be leaving early Saturday morning. And then yeah, she's graduating. Woo! Exciting stuff. Yeah. And then I think I'm coming back on Saturday. And then I'm done. And this summer, I actually don't know when my first day of work is. I haven't gotten an email about any of that. I do believe that it's like later in May though. Probably after Memorial Day weekend. And I'll be done by like May 10th. So I also have 2 weeks before I start working. That's crazy. Well, if any of y'all are free out there, I'll have 2 weeks before I start working. So I'll be free. I'll probably be just doing a bunch of random stuff with like, oh, my cello. I miss my beloved. His name is, Spencer. I had to remember. I remembered the names of my other 2 cellos. So, let me take you through. My first cello, he was a half size. His name was Roberto. Because, if you know, the in pen, the like peg that sticks out the bottom of your cello in order to like prop it up so that you can play it, it typically has like a rubber end of it. And I called it his rubber toe. Roberto. That's how I named my first instrument. My second instrument, 3/4 size. His name was Marcus. Now, Marcus had a mark on the neck where I had to shift up to play like E on the A string. So I always knew where to play E because there was like a little dot. It was like a ring almost. And then it was really easy to shift up there because there was that dot and a mark. Therefore I called him Marcus. Now, I believe I rented those 2 cellos. Spencer, my full size, that I now own, we rented to own. And I called him Spencer because he was expensive. Get it? Yeah, it's really funny. I felt really creative coming up with all their names. Anyway, Spencer is my homeboy, and he's mine for forever, unless I decide to sell him. Which I probably won't, because next year I want to bring him to college. I just love, like, picking up the cello and just, like, playing. It's so fun. And it's like, like imagine you're at a party and I'm there and you just see me pull out a whole ass cello and you're like, hello? And then I start grinding out like Cliffs of Moher or like The Swan or Song of the Birds. That one's kind of sad though. Or what are some Shostakovich Cello Concerto. Rachmaninoff. I don't know. What are some other pieces that I played? To be clear, I have not played Shostakovich Cello Concerto or any Rachmaninoff Cello Concertos, but I know they exist, and that's enough. I have just so much random sheet music because I played the cello for 9 years. Am I good? No. But did I? Yes. I played it for that long. And it's just so fun. I love making sounds with the cello too, random sounds. Oh, yeah. And then the other thing I'm probably going to do in that 2 weeks is play the piano. Now, I have a keyboard, like an electric one. It's pretty old. But it has this, like, dial on the side that allows for pitch bend. Now, the dial, whenever you bend the pitch, there's a spring in the piano that, like, pulls it back. So it always stays in tune. Like, if you push it up to pitch bend and you let go, it'll go back down. And then it'll bend back to, like, how it's supposed to sound. I, being the microtonal freak that I am, wanted to get rid of that feature so that I could play microtonal music. So, one fateful night, I think over spring break, I literally took this whole piano apart. I was seeing like wires and like circuit boards, all this stuff. But lo and behold, I found said spring. I bended it. I was gonna clip it, but I couldn't find anything that could. So I bent them so that because it was like a spring with like two little pointy things like this. And then when you pull it back, it would go like this. So I bent them like this so that when you push the dial, it just goes over them. So now I can play microtonal music, which is super fun. It's always a grand old time when, like, there's something so satisfying about, like, just slightly adjusting the tuning of a piano. And then, like, I don't know, it just makes it sound it's more fun to mess around with, you know? I hope you understand. Oh, that's my shadow. Hello. This is so confusing. I can't do shadow puppet. This is supposed to be a dog. You can't really see it. Woof, 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 woof. There we go. Now you see. Yeah, that's actually the only shadow puppet I can do. Have you seen that guy on TikTok that does like full-handed shadow puppets? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, and then he just like a guy singing a song, and he'll do something, and then it looks like a rat. Like, it's crazy. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're missing out, or you're on the wrong side of TikTok. But honestly, this was kind of a thing a while ago, so maybe you're just like new, or you're chronically offline, which like I respect, but just get on TikTok. Like, it's not that hard. Nobody's giving you an award for being off TikTok. Like, it's not that hard. Just get cultured, get a little dopamine addiction. It's not that bad. Unless you have like no self-control, but even then, like, just get on TikTok, because everyone's addicted or scrolling to something. Like, one of my friends who is chronically offline is addicted to Pinterest. She has over like 3,000 pins. She had to create an alt account for Pinterest. That's how crazy it was. Yeah, so I'm like, you might as well just like, because the Pinterest, like the pins that she gets, it could just be an Instagram feed. So I'm like, you might as well just like scroll Instagram. Or I mean, Instagram, you know, it's owned by Meta, so like I get if you just want to scroll Pinterest. But like, there's some people, like, there's this one girl that I know. Oh my gosh. Shout out Elena if you're watching. You probably wouldn't be watching because she's chronically offline. But like, she uses Discord all the time. And she's in a Discord with like her family. And she's also in a Discord with that has like funny memes that they post. All of these memes are just Tumblr posts. Now, like, I'm like, just get Tumblr. Like, it's not that hard. But at the same time, also, like, she's getting all the filtered Tumblr content. So, to some extent, like, I get it. But at the same time, it's just like, get on Tumblr. And then, Elena, if you're watching this, you're crazy. But she'll be like, oh, I would never be on any of those apps. I'm like, you literally look at recycled Tumblr memes 24/7. Like, Be so for real. And it's like, nobody's giving you an award. That's what I'm saying. Like, so what if I'm on the internet and people know who I am? But the funny thing is that I can still find her on the internet. Like, if I look up her name, I can find her on the internet because of, like, things she's done with her school. And actually, she was homeschooled. Her homeschool association posted a picture and a description on their Instagram. So it's like, you can still find her on Instagram. It's like, you might as well just, like, make an account. But whatever. I don't even think she has LinkedIn. I don't know how she's gonna live her life. Because, like, you find people. That's how you find people. If you're trying to get to know somebody, you find their Instagram. Like, that's the thing to do. And, like, if you're trying to stay friends with somebody, but, like, low-key, like, you don't care about them, like, that much, you get their Snap. Or, like, oh, what else is there? Oh. If you're really bored and have nothing to do, you go scrolling on TikTok. Like, okay. You know the whole, like, TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts thing where it's, like, recycled? I think the cultures have now diverged. Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts started as just reposted TikToks. And so there was, like, a trickle-down effect on trends. But since then, there are now entire cultures, internet cultures, for YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels that are separate than TikTok. Like, TikTok is its own thing. It's always been there. Or it hasn't always been there, but it's always been its own thing. Like, you know, it hasn't ever been, like, reposts and stuff. It has its culture. It has its comment sections. I love TikTok comment sections. Nothing beats TikTok comment sections. Like, literally nothing. It has its whole thing. Instagram Reels also has now developed its whole thing. And I found that most Instagram Reels is, like, hateful or just, like, really weird. Particularly, Instagram Reels comment sections are mean. They are brutal. Like, people are mean. Most of the time I stay off Instagram Reels, to be fair. So I can't really speak on this. I'm not a professional. YouTube Shorts, however, I stay scrolling in YouTube Shorts, okay? I like my YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts is like a comfort place. You go, and TikTok is trying to, like, give you all, like, new content to, like, keep you scrolling. YouTube Shorts, if you like one thing, that's going to be your entire feed for, like, the next 2 months. Which, like, isn't great for some people, but it's my comfort place. Like, it shows me exactly what I want to see. And the comments aren't, like, necessarily mean or, nothing is extreme. Nothing is extreme about YouTube Shorts. Everything is just, like, comfortable. And I like that. So sometimes when I feel like I'm overstimulated with TikTok, I'll just, like, go on YouTube, scroll shorts for a little bit, and then find a longer video. You know, it's just, like, it works. It works. And so I would like to say thank you for YouTube Shorts. And all the people that go scrolling on YouTube Shorts, I see you. Don't be afraid. Own up to your YouTube I'm looking in the camera now. Don't be afraid. Own up to your YouTube Shortsness. It's not as bad as people say it is. Truly. And to all the people who are still hating on people who scroll on Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts instead of TikTok, stop. Even though I was one of those people, I disagree with those people now. I have changed. Look at me. I have a growth mindset. Does anyone feel like I'm talking faster than I usually do? I feel like I'm rapid firing, like, conversation. My brain is working real fast and my mouth is moving just as fast. Like, the last vlog I made, I watched it again because, like, I entertain myself and I feel like I was talking really slow, but also at the same time, I was really tired and I could tell because I sounded lethargic. Like, I was really slow talking. I also was thinking a lot. I was using a lot of brain power in that vlog for some reason. And now I'm just yapping, bruh. Like, I feel like it's also like 2 hours earlier, which isn't even that much. I don't know. I watched the other, like, Sound of Music vlog too, and I still was talking slow. But then again, I was thinking, maybe it's just right now. Something has overcome me. Maybe there's, like, an insane amount of sugar in these sauces. I just got an ice cube that shot up and hit my soft palate. Anyway. I bet the people who weren't actually watching got really confused then. And we're just like listening. I say that like I have a big audience. I have a whole 12 subscribers. But you know, that's enough. It's enough. You know, the engagement. I'm not here for the entire internet to see. You know, I'm here for the real ones. The real ones, you know who you are. Hey Thomas. Hey Maeve. Hey Avery. I don't know any of Maeve's other friends' names off the top of my head. I'm hoping to meet you soon. Sorry, I apologize. But Avery and I had a FaceTime call while Maeve was there. It wasn't like weird or anything. So that's why I know Avery. And then Maeve is my friend. And Thomas is also my friend. Y'all don't know Thomas. Maeve and him, you don't know Thomas. Thomas, you'll see him in my comment sections. Labeled Enigma. He's a real one. He stay lurking. Well, he actually don't stay lurking. He stay engaging. Some of my other friends I think are subscribed, but I don't think they're on YouTube as much, which is interesting. They should get on YouTube. I think that would be fun. But yeah. That's pretty much my whole audience right now. Like 4 people. But what's funny is that on like my analytics in YouTube Studio, I was looking at it. My watch time was 2.9 hours because I posted an hour-long vlog and like 3 people watched it. Which is so funny to me. And then it also shows like you a percentage of like how much that your watch time has gone up since like the last like 28 days. It went up 100,000%. Because I was at 0 minutes and then I went up to 2.9 hours and it was like, whoa. What is happening? So I think I freaked out YouTube Studio a little bit. Which is funny. I also linked my YouTube account on my TikTok. Maybe I'll get people from there. But I haven't posted anything on my TikTok since doing that. So I don't think anybody has noticed. But it's there. But the people who are already here seeing this already like don't need that. So I guess I need to go post on TikTok or something. Anyone have any trend ideas? I don't really know what's happening on TikTok. I'm on there all the time, but I feel like there's no trends I can participate in right now. I want to do, you know that one trend where like, it's a filter with like 4 pieces of, the screen is divided into 4 pieces and you tap and it takes a picture on each one of them. And people do like the eye, like their eyes really close. I want to do that. I think that would be fun. So look out for that one, I guess. Be on the prowl. But yeah, if anyone knows any trends, definitely let me know, because I don't. Maybe I can edit like chunks of my YouTube videos and post them on TikTok. I've seen people do that. There's this one YouTuber that I watch, Macy Victoria, I think. And I found her because she posts little clips on TikTok. And she's really funny. She does vlogs, but hers are like obviously more put together and they're actually like edited. She recently did going on Omegle as the Easter Bunny, which I actually haven't watched that one yet, but she does a lot of Omegle content. Kudos to her, especially being a woman on that platform, because if y'all don't know about Omegle, people get weird, people flash, people get just weird. There's some creeps on there. So if you go on, well, Omegle actually got shut down, so now it's Omi TV. But Everyone still calls it Omegle. But if you go on that website, take care of yourself. Like, it gets crazy. Okay. Trust. Trust, you will be dealt with. Where did that even come from? Also, I've noticed this because I've been eating and talking the whole time. You know how people are like, don't talk with food in your mouth? Which, like, I get, especially if you're in a formal setting. But, like, excuse me, I feel like I can pull off eating and talking at the same time. Why am I, like, hiccuping? Anyway. Like, I feel like I'm gross when I'm eating. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But I also feel like at the same time, I can talk and eat at the same time. Like, watch this. Bite of fried chicken. It's not coming out of my mouth because I talk with my lips relatively closed. And then I chew in between, like, spaces when I'm talking and swallow too. So it's like, I can still talk to you. And this isn't gross. Because my mouth is still, like, relatively closed. I will say this chicken does like to get in my teeth. So if you see any chunks in my teeth, I sincerely apologize. Anyway. I also like to cover my mouth when I eat. I don't know, that's another thing. I've been listening to a lot of Lizzie McAlpine recently. Like, okay. I went through a period where it was like only Lizzie McAlpine, right? I listened to Older and Wiser, the deluxe version of Older. And y'all seen that, right? Anyway. And I listened to 5 Seconds Flat. I haven't listened to, I think she has an earlier album that I haven't listened to yet. But I didn't realize this. I've been a Lizzie McAlpine fan for a long time without knowing it. I've had false art on my like songs for like ages, since like 2021. Which is crazy to me because I heard it in her discography. I listened to her whole discography. And I heard it and I was like, why do I know this song? But it was because I used to listen to it on repeat. But yeah, I have to go back and listen to her. The album, it's like a blue album cover. Anyway. So I had a period of just her. And then, because I was like sad or something. And then I was like, it's summer, yay, woo, almost. And then I created a Happy Fun Summer playlist. And then I was listening to that like exclusively. And then I started listening to Taylor Swift. I have a playlist called Taylor Swift, but just like my arbitrary definition of pop. And so I listened to that intermittently. I started listening to Sour again for some reason. Olivia Rodrigo, please drop. Anyway, and then, yeah, and then I've kind of like gotten back into Lizzie McAlpine, but I've only been listening to Older and Wiser this time because 5 Seconds Flat feels very angsty, and I'm not feeling that right now. Although my favorite song on that album is Erase Me, featuring Jacob Collier. That song is literally, it itches all the right spots in my brain. And then I also like Orange Show Speedway. That one's fun. I would say those are my top 2. And then on Older and Wiser, I can't truthfully tell you guys that Spring into Summer isn't my favorite. I know it's popular on TikTok, but it's popular on TikTok for a reason, okay? It's a good song. I also love Come Down Soon, All Falls Down. Yeah, I would say those are my other 2 that are like top, that's my top 3 right there. I love the line, someone opens a window, music spills onto the dirt. That's such a good line. Like, claps for Lizzie. Yeah. I've also noticed that I clap really quietly. Maybe because I do like this. But like, in my concert, chorus concert, this past weekend, we did a song called Carnivalito, where we had to clap in it. Y'all, These men clap so loud. I was like, you can't even hear our singing. Like, the point is to sing. The clapping is just like supplemental. The clapping isn't like the star of the show. But whatever. Yeah. Excuse me. Anyway, yeah, I clap really quietly. Claps for Lizzie. I'm gonna start saying that. Claps for Lizzie. Yeah. Claps for Lizzie and Hey Thomas. Only Maeve knows Hey Thomas because it's from an unreleased vlog that may be released in the future. But yeah, I made it with Maeve. I'll have to go back through it and see what I said. Because like it's a fun vlog, and that's where Hey Thomas comes from. Hey Thomas. And I kind of want to say that. And I also like claps for Lizzie. That's fun. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, on my drive to get Fusaklis today, I was listening to Sour. Because like Loki, it's kind of a goated album. Like, hello? It's no skips. No skips. Brutal, banger opening. Traitor, absolutely banger second track. Third track, 1 step forward, 3 steps back. Right? No, third track is Driver's License. Banger, hit. Literally song of the summer in like 2021. 1 step forward, 3 steps back. Cute, I love. It's adorable. Perfect track 4. You know, track 4s they're meant to just be like cute, you know? Like, and it works. Some people don't like it. The time signature switch up I think is cool. But 1 step forward, 3 steps back. I believe Deja Vu is after it. Track 5. Goated song. Literally, I think it's Deja Vu and Jealousy are my 2 favorites off that album. So, goated song. Good For You is after that, I believe. Which, very angsty, very fun. I think Happier is after that, which I also love. As a track 7, it's just kind of like, it's a good filler. But it's like it definitely is a filler, but it doesn't feel like a filler when I'm listening to it, you know? And so for that, I like it. I think Jealousy is track 8. I may be missing one. Anyway, love. Favorite Crime, track 9. Hope You're Okay, track 10. I thought there were 11 songs. Am I forgetting one? Happier. Boom, 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 boom. I kinda wanna put my phone. I'm gonna whip out the computer for this one because Loki, I'm curious. I think I'm forgetting one and I'm gonna hate myself. I used to know the album order like the back of my hand, bro. No, it's been a long time. It's been a long time since. Wait, that's not that song. For some reason, that reminded me of the song Memories by Conan Gray. I don't know if. Go back. Brutal, Traitor, Driver's License, 1 step forward, 3. Oh! Enough for You is track 7. Honestly, kind of think that should have been track 5. I really like the album order, but Enough for You feels like a Taylor Swift track 5, you know? Like the sad, heartbreaking ones. But it works as a track 7. Happier, track 8. That kind of makes sense. Filler. Jealousy, track 9. Favorite Crime, Hope You're Okay. There's no way Hope You're Okay has the least amount of streams on this album. Followed by Enough for You, and then 1 step forward, 3 steps back. That's crazy. Hope You're Okay is such a... Well, I can kind of see it. There's kind of a vibe through the whole album, and then Hope You're Okay is like there. And it's definitely like a period at the end of the sentence, you know? But I can see why people don't listen to it as much. That's crazy. It's just so different in comparison. Like, what? Brutal is the 4th least listened to song on this album? That's insane. Huh. People really like Happier. Wait, hold. There's no way. Okay, people don't understand jealousy like I do. Like, obviously, all of these numbers are insanely high. They're least streams, Hope You're Okay, has 300. Anyway, Hope You're Okay has 373 million streams. That's insane. Which is the least streamed. The most streamed is Driver's License with 2.5 billion with a B streams. Hello? This is on a debut album. Huh? Yeah. Trader has 1.9 billion. Deja Vu also has 1.9 billion. Good For You has 2.4 billion. Driver's License has 2.479 billion. Good For You has 2.412 billion. So Driver's License is more, but Good For You is up there. One Step Forward, Three Steps Back has 596 million. Brutal has 739 million. I'm surprised by that. I would have thought that beat out Happier, but people like Happier. It has 1.3 billion, which is kind of crazy. Jealousy only has 1 billion. I say only. It's still, that's a billion streams. That's crazy. But like, it's the fourth least listened to on here, or fifth least listened to on here, which I think is crazy. Honestly, okay, my ranking on this album would be Jealousy, Deja Vu, oh, this is hard. Traitor, Brutal, Driver's License. No, Favorite Crime, then Driver's License. Then I think Hope You're Okay. Happier, One Step Forward, Three Steps Back. Oh, I forgot Good For You. I don't love Good For You. I think I listened to it too much when it first came out. That was a messy list. But Jealousy is definitely on top. And while we're here, I'm going to look at Guts Spilled. Oh! Okay, she had a sophomore slump. But it's hard to not have a sophomore slump when your debut album is Sour and your hit single on that gets 2.5 billion streams. People dream about that number. Like, that's like 20% of the world. Huh? That's crazy. Did you hear that, like, they miscounted the population because they like didn't expect as many people to be living in urban areas, which is so funny to me. But also, like, it has to be really hard to count everybody. And I guess they do it based off population density, but that's besides the point. We're looking at Guts. The most streamed song on here is Vampire with 1.3 billion. Everything else is less than that, and nothing quite reaches as close. Ooh, nothing is as close to Vampire as that. The next most streamed song is Bad Idea, right? With 500 billion. 593 million. That's the next closest song, which is crazy. Next most streamed is Get Him Back with 413 million, and then All American Bitch with 337 million. And like, that's justified. Actually, Lacey is the next most listened to, I believe. And then people like, we're starting to get into the 200s. People like Making the Bed. Love is Embarrassing. I remember when Love Was Embarrassing was hated on. I've had a Love is Embarrassing stan since day one. People like The Grudge. Yeah. And Obsessed. I love Obsessed. I'm surprised that people don't like Ballad of a Homeschool Girl. That's like my song. Like, Social Anxiety Queen, Step Up. Like, this album is so good, though. I'm surprised Pretties and Pretty deserves more love. So does Teenage Dream. Those two up there for me. Those two way up there. Like up in the rankings. Pretties and Pretty, honestly, one of my faves off this album. Like if I were to do top 3, Pretties and Pretty is up there in the top 3 in no specific order because I have to like think about this. Pretties and Pretty, Battle of a Homeschool Girl, and then I would say like a tie between All American Bitch, Obsessed, So American, and Teenage Dream, which it's that's like literally I just said top 6. Top 6. So American, Obsessed, Teenage Dream, Pretties and Pretty. Oh my gosh, there's so many good songs about a homeschool girl, All American Bitch, Love is Embarrassing, Making the Bed. Now, songs that I don't like Vampire that much. Sue me. It's got the most streams, and it has the least streams in my head. Maybe I listened to it too much on release. That also could be true, as it was true with, what's that song? Hello. What song was I literally just Good For You? I don't like, Logical was fine. The lyrics are a tad bit cheesy. And then her other songs, like Girl I've Always Been is fun, but I am the girl I've always been. But she went country, which was crazy. Scared of My Guitar, it's a little sad for this album, I think, because it's very upbeat, you know? I mean, not like entirely, like Making the Bed, Lazy, well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I could definitely tell why it's a deluxe track. Stranger, it's okay. But So American and Obsessed are the highlights of the deluxe, I'm not gonna lie. The other 3, like, they're good. They're good. Anything Olivia puts out, I honestly will be like, this is love. Like, can't say that I don't. But those 3, they're definitely deluxe tracks. But they fit that role so well, you know? It's the same way that Happier fits the Fuller role very well. But yeah, wow. Dude, if she releases another album, I will literally, like, do anything. That was specific. Let's see, what else going on? Oh, I've also been listening to Hit Me Hard and Soft again recently because I listened to it a lot last summer. Now I'm listening to it again. My favorites on here, because it's only 10 tracks, which is crazy. I like Skinny, Birds of a Feather, Wildflower. I would say those are top 3. Now, my least favorite, Lunch. I don't like Lunch. It's just not my vibe. Like, I don't know. It's, sometimes I'm like, yo, this is a bop, and other times, most of the time, I mean, I'm like, I'm just not feeling it. Because it's not as pretty as the other songs are, you know? And it's a little raunchy. But most streams on this album, 2.461 billion, Birds of a Feather. No surprise there. Wildflower is the next most streamed song with 1.1 billion. Crazy. I remember when Wildflower wasn't popular, and then Billy did like that, like live Amazon performance of it, and it just like absolutely popped off from there. That song is gorgeous. Bittersweet, low-key like gets some hate. It's the least streamed. What? Skinny is also down there. It's Bittersweet, The Diner. That's crazy. And Skinny are the 3 least streamed. The Diner is literally such a bop. Like, I don't know what you guys are on. Yeah, wow. I also love Blue. I honestly, this is a 1 skip album, and that 1 skip is Lunch. I'm sorry. I just don't like the song. But I know a lot of people that do, and I respect them for that. I think that's great. It's just not for me. Oh, I just got a Lord advertisement. For what was that? I'm spoiled by Taylor Swift. Okay, she releases consistently 31 song albums or double albums. Like, the last time she released a normal length album, how long is Evermore? There are 17 tracks on Evermore. I'm looking at the deluxe, which, right where you left me and It's Time to Go, should be on the regular release. They do not deserve to be deluxe tracks. Like, It's Time to Go is literally one of my favorites, and it's the most streamed song, or the least streamed song on here. Like, that's crazy to me. Yeah, 17 tracks on Evermore, which is kind of crazy. Folklore also has so many tracks. Folklore. No, give me Folklore. I'm looking at deluxe again. The Lakes didn't deserve to be a deluxe track either. We deserve that ASAP. That's literally like my favorite song on Folklore. 17 again. 17 tracks, bro. Like, girl is, if there's one thing Taylor is, it's in the studio. Like, she be making the dang music. Like, but like, oh my gosh, Red, Taylor's version, literally has 30 songs. And I thought that was crazy. And then she went and released Midnights, and then Midnights Till Dawn, and then Midnights 3 a.m. There's like 31 songs on that bitch. Which, I love Midnights. It's like one of my faves. Oh, there's 23. There's no way there's only 23. I feel like it feels like there's so many more songs on Midnights than that. But TTBD, 31. Hello? The anthology, I mean. Like, what? Huh? And then, I don't know, like, how many are on 1989? Taylor's version. I guess the deluxe. I don't really listen to the deluxe of that. There's 22, so there's 21. Like, when was the last time girl released, like, a normal album? I don't think she has ever released, like, a normal album. And I'm talking about lengthwise. Like, Miss Girl has always been feeding the Swifties. And, like, people, like, right now are like, oh, like, she's not doing anything, like, oh my gosh. Rep TV, debut TV, double release, whatever. I'm like, girl, she has so much music that you literally forget about albums. Whole albums. Like, she's fine. I've also been listening to some of Role Model, Can't This Anymore, The Longest Goodbye. It's the deluxe version of Can't This Anymore. Low-key kind of boppy. Like, I listen to Role Model. Oh, sorry, I'm like hitting the cord. Ugh. I used to listen to Role Model a little bit. Blind, I think, was a song that I liked by him. It's in my liked songs. But then I like heard this album and I'm like, yo, this is hype. Also, been listening to the Oh Hellos a little bit recently. They are going on tour, and I may be going. I don't know, we'll see. I have to talk to certain people. But yeah, I really like, I would say my top 3 albums by them are Boreas, Dear Wormwood, and Zephyrus, which they have like they had a really cool album rollout it was around 2020, where they did 4 albums for each of the 4 winds. So they have Notos, Euros, Boreas, and Zephyrus. And they did like songs based off that, and they're each 7 songs. So they're kind of like EPs a little bit, but together they make like the 4 winds. And then they have Through the Deep Dark Valley. And then they also did a remastered version in 2022 for their 10-year anniversary. They have their original The Ohlos EP, which has like, oh my gosh, there's a pretty popular song in there. Hold on, let me just look. Hello, My Old Heart. That's a pretty popular song right now on there. Hello, my Hello, my old heart. I don't know why I started singing the wrong key. And then Dear Wormwood has the song like Soldier King Poet, which is like, once there was a soldier who held a mighty sword, or like that song. It was on TikTok. Um, my favorite song on this album is Caesar because the harmonies are literally immaculate. Like there's this part that feels like I'm ascending, which is crazy. But yeah, I've been listening to them a little bit. I should probably start listening to them more again. I'll listen through their full catalog. But I feel like I listen to them in the morning, you know? As the day progresses, I kind of like move out of it a little bit. Somehow I always end up talking about music. Oh, I've been listening to like Remy Wolf a little bit recently. She's a big feature on my Happy Fun Summer playlist. I like her most recent album, Big Ideas, that she released in 2024. I think the front half is really strong and the back half is just like okay. Like Cinderella's a bop, Soup is a bop. Honestly, this does not have that many streams. Hello? She's only, well, I have been looking at insanely popular albums prior to this. She's literally in the millions, like that's crazy. Water break. Drink some water, everyone who's watching. Hydrate or dihydrate. Anyway, let's clap for Lizzie, for all the people who drank water. Anyway, I don't like Motorcycle that much. I like Toro. Alone in Miami's fun. Cherries and Cream is fine. Kangaroo's fun. Pitiful's fun. Wave is fine. When I Thought of You is fine. Frog Rock is fine. Just the Start is Slay Bitch is so fun. And I have a playlist called Songs That I Can Walk To, and they're all songs that like match my like walking pace. Slay Bitch is on there. I need to find it. I need to see what songs are on there. Excuse me. Songs that I can walk to. I have The Very First Night, Speak Now, I'm So Fine at Being Lonely by Laika. Shout out Laika. Literally one of my fave indie artists. Her, Matilda Mann, and Blue Brigada. Those are my three little like secret little artists. Blue Brigada is from New Zealand. He releases a bunch of like fun, upbeat, like kind of like dance pop almost. Matilda Mann, British singer-songwriter. She releases mix of like it's kind of like indie pop feel. And then Laika was in pop and now she's moving into R&B. She's currently doing a rollout, but it's gonna take like the entire summer. So looking forward to her. She's releasing a single soon. I think it's called Love Again. Anyway, I'm really hyped about it. But I'm So Fine at Being Lonely, I Can Walk To. Close to Me, also by Laika on that one. Treacherous, 22, The Lucky One, I Can Fix Him, No Really I Can. Underrated song. I literally love the imagery, and the producing on that in conjunction with the imagery is so good. It's so good. It makes me want to like take a bite out of the song, you know? I mean, Get You Back, I Can Walk To. I Wish You Would, How You Get the Girl. There's a lot of Taylor Swift on here. Forever Winter. Goated song. It's sad, but I love that song. Message in a Bottle, Girl at Home, Paris, Just Because by Matilda Mann, by Ariana Grande, Into You, Ariana Grande, Greedy, Boys and Girls, Conan Gray. I haven't talked about Conan at all, but I love Conan. I've been with him since before Super Egg, but I don't think I've been with him since Kid Crow. But I started listening to him when he was releasing a bunch of singles after Kid Crow, but before Super Egg. And so I think his singles are underrated. Like Telepath is literally such a bop. I can't think of, Overdrive? Hello? That's such a fun bop. Anyway, Boys and Girls I Can Walk To. Maroon, Yes and, We Can't Be Friends. Love Story, Hey Steven. Taste by Sabrina Carpenter. Sparks Fly, I Can See You, New Romantics, The Elevator, Come Down Soon, Find a Way by Blue Brigada, Slay Bitch by Remy Wolf, Soup by Remy Wolf, and then Common Sense by Matilda Mann. There are currently 35 songs to listen. It's 2 hours and 3 minutes. And I want to find the BPM of each of these songs and like order it from slowest to fastest. So that like if I'm walking somewhere, I'll slowly get faster. But yeah, anyway. That honestly might be a project for tonight. we'll see. Anyway, this vlog is getting pretty long, and I feel like I've talked about music a lot. So, if you have any thoughts on my music taste, or any artists to recommend to me, or if I put you onto like a Matilda Man or Blue Brigada, let me know. Anyway, ciao for now. Peace out, everyone. Claps for Lizzie. Hey, Thomas.